The main European currencies get stuck amid expectations of the trade negotiations between London and Brussels. In fact, the economic deal is the only unset issue of Brexit. However, the parties will hardly come to an agreement. The European Union is still offering the same conditions, according to which the UK will remain in the free trade zone. In this case, the UK will have to obey the rules of the European Union's trade and financial policy. Moreover, the UK will lose an opportunity to discuss and influence economic decisions. Leaving the Union, the UK is deprived of its right to vote and discuss various issues, including developments of trade regulations and rules. However, the main reason for the UK withdrawal from the European Union was its unwillingness to submit to Brussels' dominance. In other words, the EU's offers contradict the key aim of Brexit. However, the UK is constantly changing the desired conditions. In fact, it was the main reason for the numerous delays of Brexit. Today, London and Brussels will hardly come to an agreement. Notably, after the Brexit referendum, most European politicians were openly trying to benefit from the situation in order to drive out the British companies from the markets. However, the current economic situation is rather alarming. That's why the idea to exclude the British capital from the European market looks really attractive. Such an action could improve economic situation in some countries of the Eurozone. Moreover, the UK market is significantly smaller than the European one. As a result, the absence of the UK-EU trade agreement will have a negative impact on the British pound. Besides, the single currency will also be under pressure amid uncertainty. According to the technical analysis, the euro-dollar pair inched up after a slump. The pair is still trading between the level of 1.1240 and 1.14. Thus, there are two scenarios. According to the first one, the price is likely to hover within the range of 1.1240 and 1.14. It means that the pair may recover in the near future. In this case, buy positions could be opened above 1.13 with a target at 1.14. According to the second scenario, the pair will continue its correctional movement if it consolidates below 1.1210 with a targeted level at 1.1180. Traders can also enter the market below 1.1170 with a target at 1.1150 and 1.1080. The pound-dollar pair is trading near the level of 1.25. It formed a range between 1.2460 and 1.2545. The continuation of the price recovery depends on speculative interests. It's quite possible that the pair will fluctuate within the levels of 1.2460-2545 for some time. Thus, buy positions could be initiated if the price consolidates above 1.2550 with a target at 1.2320. Sell deals could be opened if the price consolidates below 1.2450 with a targeted level at 1.2350. That's all for now. We keep monitoring the financial market situation. Subscribe to our channel and see you in several hours.